Oh, nice. Elon gave it a like.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, fascinating. Awesome stuff. So let me check my DMs and see if there's anyone down there who's on site who'd like to join us in the coverage. Again, like,
Adrian.
Yeah, what's up?
My friend Sam wants to know if you're Elon Musk.
I am definitely.
He's convinced that you are.
I am definitely not Elon Musk, although I definitely am very similar in many different respects. So basically, the way to kind of like restore your sanity around perceiving who I am, I basically want you to imagine that I have the having fun kind of principles thing that Iron Man has, but then it's like Gen Z Elon. But both of those people don't have billions yet. That's what Adrian Dittmann is. That's what I am. Okay? And it's also a German dude who's like the least German you'll ever meet in your life, because the only thing that like remains that is German about me is my understanding of history, my love for engineering, the fact that I can speak the language, and that I'm always on time.
You're efficient with what you do, yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that remains. Everything else is like, it's gone because that culture has just, gone extinct, even in Germany itself, which is the reason why it has so many problems now. But I do believe there might be a bit of a resurgence for if people are, back in touch with history, they would emulate the sustainable parts of what was a good culture before it was tainted by, aspects of war, which turned the whole place into a shit show, which then led to multiple historical events, of which the likes of which none will ever forget. So that's just kind of the thing. So it's very difficult for those people to kind of repair themselves on that level. It's a very touchy subject matter, which has caused much division. So I won't be speaking in any specifics of any kind at the moment, because this is not the space for it, nor is it the time nor the place in any way. So yeah, but the bro asked and I gave him a good answer. Like, I at least hope it's a satisfactory answer for him. Also, I speak differently. I can speak faster and I can be more direct, and I have a bit more of a, one of my friends tells me it's a smoky voice, so I have that.
Yeah, you don't have as much of a stutter either.
Yes, yeah. I worked very hard on like getting rid of that, actually. So it's funny. Yeah. I like did the thing where you take the thing that is very, consistent with something like what Elon does, and you just optimize that out of the system, where you try to be as precise as possible, which I think is actually very important, because if you want to be, public speaking, very public facing in the way that I'm doing right now, I want to put on a show with my own understanding of quality, being, a German, that you want to make sure it's as precise as possible, much like if you were, I actually used to live in Switzerland, so you have to like look at it as if it was a watch. So it's Swiss in its precision, but like, German in its efficiency, but also, like before inefficiency.
Speaking of German, we got a German speaker.
Wie gut sprichst du Deutsch, Adrian?
Ziemlich gut, ich kann's gut sprechen. Es ist nicht das also
Okay.
Ich kann Englisch besser sprechen, als ich Deutsch sprechen kann, weil ich eigentlich Englisch mehr benutze und habe so ein Problem mit der
Hochdeutsch?
Hochdeutsch? Nee, kein Hochdeutsch, nee. Nee, nur normal. Also ich weiß nicht, welche andere Varianten es da gibt, aber das ist das Einzige, was ich sprechen kann.
Okay,
so hier so.
Ja. Aber es
ganz,
hört sich
ganz
sehr gut
normal.
an.
The Berliner eher fast, aber mehr so das Englische.
Also du hörst dich ein bisschen so norddeutsch an.
Ja, das wird Sinn machen, ja.
Okay.
This is it. Yeah. Wait, are you still at like the hacker house?
Get up to a cycle like a no